Hey everybody, this is Noah with Learn Meta Analysis, and I wanted to do a quick video on how to get up and running with Ollama. So Ollama is a really easy and fun way to interact with large language models locally on your computer. So it's also super easy to install. Here's all we got to do. First, we go to the Ollama website, which is ollama.com. Second, we click on download. Then we click on whatever operating system is. I have Windows, so I'm just going to click download. And now we'll wait for it to download. I'm going to fast forward this through the video, but it really shouldn't take too long. All right, so Ollama has now been downloaded, or at least it is just about there. You can see it says 1 download in progress. It's already done, but it's not quite done yet. There we go. So we're going to click Ollama Setup here. And I believe this opened on my other screen. Yes, it did. Okay, let me move this over. So this is what we're going to see. Get up and running with Ollama. Yeah, let's go ahead and install. So this is just like what you've seen before. The following applications are using files. It's recommended that you allow setup to automatically close it. Okay, you probably won't get this window. I am getting this window because I actually have an Ollama server running on my computer already, and I'm simply updating the software. So it's going to automatically close those things. I'm just going to say, sure, do that. And now it is going to install the software. And as before, this should be just like every other installer you've ever run to install software. Like, this doesn't look crazy or anything. It looks just like any software program we may normally install. So this is one thing that I absolutely love about Ollama. I've used some other open source softwares that were kind of a nightmare to install, but this one's pretty easy. And as you can see, it's going quickly. I do think that the first time I downloaded this, it did actually take longer because I didn't have all these libraries that it's running through, but I don't remember it taking very long at all, to be very honest with you. So we will just let this finish installing, which shouldn't take too long now. Also, I just should mention, I find their little logo really cute, the little Ollama logo. So one of the cool things is that Ollama actually has a desktop icon that looks just like that. All right, so we are done, okay? So when you're done, what you are going to see is essentially nothing. Okay, so at least for me. So I just finished this, and there is absolutely nothing related to Ollama new on my computer at this point. I do think that the first time that I installed it, I did get a desktop shortcut with a picture of the cute little llama, but to be honest, I can't really remember. So what we want to do is open up command line. Okay, so on a PC, this is command prompt. I think it's called terminal on Mac. So here we are. This is command prompt. So I'm gonna say Ollama, and it's going to say, oh, okay, you do have Ollama here. So here's what we can do. We can start it. We can create a new model. We're not going to worry about that right now. So what I want to do is I want to just go through what I think is really important for getting up and running quickly. So first thing that we're going to do is I just typed in Ollama to see the commands. Now I want to find out what I can actually do. The first thing that I want to do is actually start an Ollama server. So I'm going to say Ollama serve. And it says, oh, I already have one running. So this is the error telling me that I already have Ollama running in the background. Great. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to find a model. And to do that, I'm going to go to the Ollama website, and I'm going to click on models. Now, I want to find, let's see, what kind of model do we want to use? I really love Mistral, and so I am going to go to this Mistral 7B, and this will, so I have 8 gigabytes of VRAM on my graphics card, and I know that this will run on my graphics card pretty well. So if you're new to all this, if you should look at what graphics card you have on your computer and how much VRAM you have available, and that will dictate how big of a model that you can run. So actually, because of that, we're not going to use Mistral. We're going to use a new model from IBM called Granite, and I'm going to use this Granite 3 mixture of experts model, and I'm going to download the 1 billion parameter model. And there's 2 reasons why I'm going to do this. Number one, 1 billion parameters will run on very small graphics cards, and because it's very small, it's only 1 billion parameters. And I know that seems like a lot of parameters, but in the large language model world, that's pretty small. Second, it'll download quickly for our use case. So what we do is we see over here, it's got this command, Ollama run Granite 3 mixture of experts. So what I'm going to do is just click this copy button to copy that code. I'm going to open up my command prompt, and I'm just going to paste that in, and I'm going to hit enter. And as you can see, it is downloading that model now. So it is going to download that model onto my computer, and when it is done, it is going to automatically start running it so that we can chat with it. And I'll show you what that looks like in just a second, because as you can see, it is already almost done. All right, there we go. Download everything. It's going to pull the rest of the files, blah, blah, blah. We'll be patient and wait for a few seconds. Okay, it says success, and now it's thinking, it's activating our model, and in a moment, we're going to see some little arrows that let us know it's ready to chat. Okay, see, now it says send a message. So we can say, tell me a dad joke. All right, why don't scientists trust atoms? Because they make up everything. All right, that is a good one. Okay, so here you can see that we have gotten Ollama downloaded, we installed it, we installed our first model, and we chatted with our first model. And we did this all in, wow, my computer says it's been like 6 minutes, and that includes the time that I just left this running while Ollama was downloaded and installed. That's crazy fast. So you can get up and running with this really, really quickly. The last thing that I want to show you is if you want to change your model and you don't want to interact with this one anymore. This is something that took me a while to learn. You type \by, and then it turns off that model so you can run a different one instead. So for example, if I want to do Ollama run Mistral, I think it's Mistral Nemo latest, if my memory serves. Nope, not lastest, latest. So then it's going to activate that model, and I already have that model installed on my computer. And so you can see here, I can say, tell me a dad joke, please. And it will do that. So that said, that's an introduction to Ollama. This is super, super basic, but a super great way to interact with large language models if you don't need a fancy interface and if you're okay with just directly chatting with it. So that said, I hope this has been helpful for you guys. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments. Otherwise, please feel free to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more content like this and how we can connect large language models to systematic review and meta-analysis workflows. So thank you guys. I hope you have a great afternoon.